How can Eden CSP help somebody is coming and opening up or setting up business with Eden CSP?
CSP is basically a corporate service provider. What is his business target audience? What does his business actually look after 3 years down the line? What are his plans? Sit and brainstorm with them. Understand what business they want to set up. Any situation which come up in life which throw you down completely, extremely supported by my husband, but then there is a guiding force and the driving divine force behind you.
Successful women also, there is a man. Softness and hardness, and again softness, and like up and down. It is a zigzag chart.
My life has been always an up and down cycle right from my childhood.
Coffee or meetings?
Meetings. I'm not a coffee person. I'm a tea person. So yeah.
Entrepreneur.
Me?
Business setup.
Business is never happily married.
Dubai.
Land of opportunities. Dubai is glamorous city.
Hello everyone and welcome back in my channel, that is Diligent Divas and Dudes, and we are again shooting one more episode of Baatcheet with Entrepreneur. And nowadays, when everyone is talking about the situation rolling on in the news channels about the geopolitical tension and yes, the Strait of Hormuz, but there are a bundle of people who are entrepreneurs. They are still thinking what to do, how to start, and what we should do further. So to decode that, we have a person with us, Miss Sowmya Kumar from Eden Council CSP. Welcome Sowmya, how are you today?
Thank you, Anu, for having me on your show. And it's been a privilege to be or sharing the space with you today. And let's have some chit chat as you introduced yourself as.
Yes, it's very nice. So before starting, let's warm up.
True.
Let's
All up for it.
Yeah. So let's do some icebreaker fun round first, and then we will do some serious talks also. So you have to just answer in one word.
Okay.
Dubai.
Land of opportunities.
Yes, true. Entrepreneur.
Me?
Great. Business setup, paperwork. Is it friend or enemy?
Nowadays, it's a friend because everything is paperless now in Dubai. So that way, yeah, it's a friend.
Yeah, it is all digitalized now. Good. Coffee or meetings?
Meetings. I'm not a coffee person.
Great.
I'm a tea person. So yeah.
Okay.
But meetings, yeah,
Okay.
meetings.
Stress or strategy?
At times stress, because sometimes it's good to be stressed, but
After
majorly
that, strategy come out.
Yeah.
When you will get stressed, then only strategy will pop up from
Yeah, it
the
is needed to get stressed at certain situations. It's much needed because that is when you actually think and work on or identify what works for you and what doesn't. So which is again strategy, as you see.
Correct.
So,
correct,
yeah.
correct. Okay. So suppose if business setup is a kind of relationship, had a relationship, what it would be? Complicated, single, or married with lots of stress, or maybe happily married life?
See, it is business setup, right? So business is never happily married.
Yeah.
It is complicated with ups and downs.
Yeah.
But how you face that and how you swim through it is what makes you the right entrepreneur. And that is what I have learned for the last 6 years of my entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah, great. So as you said that you are having a good 6 years of entrepreneurship journey. So we would like to know more about you. Like, who is Sowmya?
Sowmya is always a happy-go person who wants to be in her own space. But then, yes, situations come to us in such a way that we fall down and we bounce back with the exact same energy.
Correct.
And that's what Sowmya is made up of.
Okay.
Any situation which come up in life which throw you down completely, but then there is a guiding force and the driving divine force behind you which always holds hand onto you and pulls you up. So that's what I am and that's what I'm made of.
Okay. So, as now you are an entrepreneur, so just let us know that this is already in your mind to be entrepreneur, or just life, just throw a card to you and said, congratulations, now please solve the problem of business, set up the people who want to set up the business.
Yeah. Honestly, I was never an entrepreneurial person. I've grown up in a family, I was an only child, grown up in a family where mom is a central government employee and dad is a private employee. So, always been brought up in a situation that you need to earn monthly and then
Yeah.
spend your whatever you want to spend from those monthly earnings. So, I've
Yes.
completely brought up in that atmosphere. And even when I started my journey of earning back then in 2010 in the UK, it is all earnings. I was more happy with what I earned that month and spend.
Yeah.
But then life throws certain stones, or even you call it as opportunities at your on your way.
Correct.
Initially they're all rosy and with feather coated carpets for you.
Yes.
But then once you get into it, you understand the nuances of it. And when you see and when you meet people and when you kind of talk to everyone, it's sometimes you don't believe in yourselves. You don't
Correct.
have that confidence that yes, I can also be an entrepreneur. That confidence within doesn't come
Correct.
unless and until you are taken through a ride which really feels heavy on you, that you do all the hard work but someone else is getting benefited out of it.
Correct.
That one thought made me to take up entrepreneurial journey as such.
Yeah, so we can say Sowmya is a self-made woman
Completely.
who saw softness and hardness and again softness and like up and down. It is a
Yeah,
zigzag chart.
my
of your
life has
entrepreneur.
been, not just after I started earning, my life has been always an up and down cycle right from my childhood, because obviously we are all raised from an middle class to upper middle class families. But I did always have my mom's support. I can never forget that. She was the driving force behind me.
Correct.
And she never wanted to give properties to me or bank balances to me. What she always wanted to give me is proper education.
Correct.
So being in that family, she sent me UK for my studies, and then it all started there. Me being independent
Yes.
independent. So that's I am made with those tough teachings in life.
Great.
And even now, it's not a bed of roses. It's still up and down in a journey.
Always,
But then you
yeah.
learn out of it. What you learn out of it and what you bounce back is the person you are. So
Correct.
that's completely true in my situation.
Great,
Or maybe rather any girl child's situation, I would say rather.
Yes, correct, correct. Okay, so what inspired Eden CSP? Like how you started it?
Yeah, so Eden Council started back in 2019.
Okay.
So wherein I was working, drawing a good salary, happy and everything. But then life knocks something at you and tells you that okay, there is something beyond it. Why not? So I started it with some other partners with me. But then eventually boiled down to as a single owner myself.
Okay.
But I am extremely supported by my husband. So
Great.
2019 he dropped down from his work wherever he was working.
Okay.
And he joined me to support me because I was so fresh and back then, and you
Yeah.
cannot completely rely on third party staff or or people outside when you don't know how it's going to work or whether it's actually going to work for you or not.
Correct.
So that is when he supported me in my instinct that we can make something out of it. So it's
Right.
all because of his support, and then that's when this journey started back in 2019. It's been 6 good years now. A lot of clients, a lot of appreciations from clients for the consultation we provide, or the care we take care of it. That's what we are mostly known for. And yeah, happy go so far.
Good, good. So a very good support from your family as well.
Oh yeah, completely. Even I was raised as a single child, so both my parents gave me the exact same support, and I am into a family where obviously my husband was the one who believed much in me than me believing in myself.
Great.
So that's the support which I have got, and then thank
Great.
God for all these beautiful people in my life.
Great. So, behind every successful man, there is a woman, but behind every successful woman, also there is a man.
Yeah. I
We
mean,
can say
I'm
that.
an extrovert completely.
Yes.
I speak, I am up there. He's completely an introvert. So that's where the balance lies, you see.
Correct.
When you're two extroverts in a family, it never works.
Correct.
And when you're two introverts, it never
It
works.
never works.
So as
Correct.
opposite poles attract, so that's how we are made of.
Yeah, great. So, was there any one client situation where you felt that, okay, leave this paperwork? First, this client need to give guidance, like the client need much more guidance. Paperwork we will do later.
See, it always happens in my every consultation, like, because people hear so many things on the market. There's so many things which keep running in each one of theirs, or it comes to their mobile phones telling that you can set up license at as low as 1,000, as low as 2,000,
Right.
and people keep coming up with those kind of situations in front of you. But in these kind of situations, honestly, what one needs to look at is what works for me. So in every consultation of mine, I actually sit down in brainstorming with the client is what actually he needs. What is his business target audience? What does his business actually look after 3 years down the line? What are his plans? Then accordingly advise them what jurisdiction to go or where to set up the business, because that the key or the success of business actually lies there. So most commonly we see people come and say that, oh, I just need to starting something smaller and cheaper is always not right for you in your business. So you need to
Right.
actually identify what works for you and then accordingly do. So I always do the brainstorm session first with the client,
Correct.
understand their requirements,
What they
understand
want,
their expansion plans in this particular country, because Dubai is a global hub, you see. People want here an expansion, and here growth is rapid. But the
True.
same time, the fall is also
Also.
very steep.
True.
So you need to understand whether you want to be in the steep fall or a rapid growth. And
True.
for that, you completely need a right guidance in terms of where to start and how to start right from the beginning. See, there's no point in crying over spilt milk after it's done, and everything is expensive. Like, you need to set up a company. I don't say it to be an expensive affair, but then it's a cost, right? You're putting in money for that. Put it at the right place where it earns the better for you,
True. Okay, so now, when was this Eden CSP founded, and what was the original version of that?
See, it is founded, as I told, it is founded back in 2019.
Okay. Yeah.
And with a sole goal of only helping entrepreneurs set up their businesses. So that's what our major activity is. Now, when we term
Okay.
it CSP, what you call CSP is basically a corporate service provider. So we are one-stop solution for all your corporate services. So once the business is set up, what we don't do in the business is we don't provide your business support in terms of how to make business.
Okay.
But apart from that, everything related to your business, be it your compliance, be it your strategy, be it your staffing, all those requirements is
Okay.
what we help in terms of their legal work and their, as you said, paperwork being friendly or
Yes,
an enemy.
yes,
We
yes.
make that paperwork become friendly to you.
Okay.
So that's what we are all about.
Okay. So now, if you're telling that you do staffing and strategy, so these are also your services, or you have some specific services in business setup? Staffing, I think it comes more into HR.
Yeah,
and
so I'll correct you there, or I'll correct rather myself there. Now, to broadly divide our services, we are business incorporation service providers. So we help all the clients to set up companies in all the jurisdictions of UAE, be it mainland, free zones, and offshores. We do all the company setups, and we do services of your maintenance of the business in terms of your amendments of the company, or
Right.
you want to do some kind of structural changes to the business. We do the business structuring advisory and the execution of the structuring to you. And now when I mention the point of staffing, what we help you is in the PRO services of the staffing,
Okay.
wherein in terms of you do your headhunting, you find your candidate, we help you in the compliance of that headhunting, like starting from their offer letters till the visa process and then till the time they get their Emirates ID. So here it is always, you need to be on papers right when you onboard a person. So we take care of the hassle of the visa processing and the work, which is termed as PRO services in the local language, which is
Okay.
PRO stands for your public relation services.
Yes,
So that's termed under PRO services.
Okay.
And finally, it's not good to say, but then we also close companies. So if any company wants to close down for some reason,
Okay.
we also help them in closing down the paperwork as well. So that's what we do. So start to end, everything is in a one stop, is what Eden Council is.
Okay, great. Some little fun part. What is the misconception or the myth clients are having in their mind when they are coming to, have to set up their business? Are they thinking that they will be the CEO in one day?
See, CEO, obviously, if it's your own business, you're already a CEO.
yeah.
So think like a CEO already. But one myth is, once you have the license, your profits doesn't come from the very next day.
Yes.
License is just a tool for you to be able to sell or for you to able to do some kind of a business. But after license is the first step of your entrepreneurial journey. There would be many sleepless nights. You need to actually get into the market, find your first client and get the business out of it. That takes time. And back then when I was into this industry since 2013. Back then the 13 to 15, the criteria was like at least if 3 years you were able to survive in the business, survive in the market, then sky is the limit for you. But the first 3 years, you need to be grounded. You need to be very focused in what you want to do and how you want to do. And it is a process. It's not an overnight miracle. So it doesn't happen. You can't make profits right from the second day. So know the right process for yourself and identify that right from the day one as something it's generally misconceptualized as such.
So, business incorporation in general, when people are coming here first time and if they want to do all these things, it sounds scary. So, can you explain it and simplify it for the people who are listening to us?
Okay, let me start it or rather give it as an example of how a child would understand it, because that is how you can amplify it, because I can relate to it easily because I have an 8-year-old kid, so that's how I try to explain her when she asks me what I do.
Correct.
The simplest example what I give is, like, say suppose you want to set up a lemonade stand. There are only 4 things you need to set up a lemonade stand.
Yeah.
One is obviously your permit to sell whatever you want to sell.
Yes.
The right place to where you want to sell it.
Yes.
And the raw materials and the products for it.
Yes.
And then the rules of how you can sell it and what you can't sell it. So there are 4 steps.
Great. Yes.
So this is amplified as a business setup here. So even in a business setup process, there are 4 things you need. Right name for your business, right place for your business, what business you want to do, and how you want to do.
Wow.
These are the 4 steps. So it's as simple as setting up a lemonade stand, but then on a larger scale. So that's the simplest way I can explain business setup as.
So audience out there, no need to be scared. It is so simple as a lemonade.
True, absolutely.
Yes. So be entrepreneur, because it is very good thing to be your own boss.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. If business setup, suppose we take it as a burger, what are bun, cheese, and fries in that?
Oh, tricky. The bun is obviously the consultant for you.
Yeah,
because that's the one which brings together everything. So the consultant is the one who bring everything together for you.
Correct.
Obviously, your patty or the burger inside, the patty is obviously your idea and your skill set and the product which you're going to sell it.
Correct.
Now, cheese is basically the jurisdiction where you want to set up the business.
Right.
So, because see, having if you want to set up a trading business and your target audience is local market, there's no point in you going and sitting in some free zones in some corner of the world. You need to be inland. You need to be
Correct.
on ground. So, the cheese is basically the jurisdiction where you want to, because once the jurisdiction adds on to the flavor of the bun and the patty, that's when the taste of burger comes up, right?
Correct.
So that's what I could relate this analogy as.
Nice. So I threw a very tricky question and you explained it very well. Very good.
Thank you.
So it seems that you're a foodie person as well.
By the look of it, you can say.
No, not by the look, by how you.
Yeah,
you
but then I'm a strict vegetarian. So in that way, yes, we have fewer choices at least in this part of the country.
Yes.
But then in whatever the choices are available, and I love to cook as well.
Yes.
So only what I don't like is the pre and the post work for the cooking. I mean, yeah, everyone is a foodie, yeah, for that matter.
Good. What mistakes generally people do while choosing licenses?
The biggest mistake what everyone chooses, setting up the business where it is cheap. That's
okay.
the biggest mistake. That's as the example which I just told you. Your target audience is the local market, and you want to do business here. Just go and sit in a free zone just because the cost of the license was just 5,000 dirhams.
Yes.
It's not going to help you in any way. You move out and see the possibilities of fitting in the market, but you cannot actually fit in the market in that sense. So it's always ideal to understand your target audience and your product well before deciding where you want to set up. I myself have consulted many of the clients to set up a free zone business, but that is what your business needs. You're a service industry. Like example, you're a digital marketing person.
True.
You provide marketing services. Now, marketing services, you are selling yourself as a service rather than a specific product.
Correct.
And your audiences can be anywhere in any part of the world.
Yes,
You're not
true.
focusing on just one pocket. Then it actually makes sense for you to sit in a free zone, because you don't need one physical setup.
Correct.
You can go on the go. You can keep moving to different places and do your work.
True.
But if the same thing I say that I want to sell stationery and I sell to all the schools and I supply to all the traders
Yeah.
here, I can't sit in a free zone and do that.
will
I
not
need to be in the market.
Correct.
So understanding your audience and the business you are into is much essential before you jump into the conclusion of the cheapest free zone or the cheapest license possible. There are many options, like with the current scenario, if you look at, there are many offers and many discounts where the country is providing us. So it's just that you need a right guidance on where to set up and how to set up, and whatever the aids you're getting it in this tough times.
Now, as you talked about the tough time, so let's discuss what everyone is silently thinking about. So we are hearing concern about all the regional tension which is going on. Actually, everyone now wants the practical answer. So from your side, as you are expert, we just want to know that will it affect if anybody coming here and want to set up business in these days, and what will be the consequences later on? What are your saying on that?
To answer this, I would honestly try to tell a fact that where there is no uncertainty.
Yes.
In every part of the world, there is uncertainty. In our life, there is uncertainty. We don't know whether we'll be alive tomorrow. We don't know. It's uncertain. So business and the market is also is the same analogy. Yes, these are tough times. We do understand that it has severely impacted certain industries, like if you're into trading, wherein you're majorly into imports and exports, or currently certain industries, we do see that there's a huge impact on them. Not just them, every industry has affected in some way or the other in this particular scenario, but that is the uncertainty we talk about, right?
Yes.
We have to be prepared for the uncertain situations as well. But the one who works out of these uncertainties and stands still with that hope that tomorrow is going to be better
Be
for us,
better,
is
yeah.
the one who will be standing in the market.
Yeah.
And UAE or Dubai, for that reason, is one of the stable
Stable
markets you
market in the
see in
whole world.
anywhere of the world.
Correct.
Like,
Correct.
thank God to the nation and its leaders
True.
for their ongoing support and always trying to evolve with the situations. But yes, this is one of the safest stable markets you can find in the whole
Correct.
globe.
Correct.
So when uncertainties, Dubai has seen many pandemics. It has seen 2008 recession, it has seen the COVID pandemic, and we all have, I mean, especially I haven't seen 2008's recession myself here in the country, because I was here only since 2013, but I have seen the COVID pandemic, and Dubai has stiffly risen back in the same fold and been one of the most talked markets in the world.
Correct.
So where
After
else?
COVID, it was highly on
Highly
demand.
talked
Highly
market.
yeah.
So where else you will find such markets? You tell me. Like
Correct.
maybe it could be because it's a ruler's nation, so rulers rule and in the right way, and that's where we are. I mean, we all have left our homes and come here and built our homes here.
Correct.
Which itself shows that how much believe and rely on this particular land.
True, true, true. So many entrepreneurs get nervous when these kind of geopolitical situation come. So what impact you can feel in entrepreneurs? What are their reactions?
Yeah, in this situation, Anu, what I see is the existing businesses, like, well established businesses, they are holding on with their decisions in terms of expansion plans, in terms of additional investment plans. They're holding on,
Yeah.
because they are established. They're just seeing whether it's the right time for them or not right time for them. That's it. Because
True.
their day-to-day operations are not getting affected because of this as such. But yes, new plans, they're holding on to it. But on the flip side, if you see the new entrepreneurs who want to enter into the market, they find this is the right time to enter and stabilize themselves before the market opens up
open up.
for everyone. So they just want to be there at the right point and then reap the benefit when it is actually high. And starting when the market is high, obviously the costs are high accordingly.
Correct,
Now
correct.
if the government have come up with certain discounts, be it your mainland licenses, they have come up with almost 50-60% discounts on your licensing fees. Free zones have come up with discounts in terms of 25 to 30%. Certain free zones, certain free zones have waived out your penalties if at all you're not renewed or not been able to renew because of the scenarios. So there are aids being provided, and they are for the benefit of the people. So just take the opportunity and give it a try. It's never too late. You just need to try. Maximum what could happen, you might fail.
Yes.
But at least you will not be with the regret that you haven't even tried it,
Yes.
right? So that's
So there is a
what you
saying
need.
that if you are not doing something, it is 100% failure. But if you are doing something, there are 50% chances to get.
Yeah, of course, of course. I
yeah.
mean, see, that's
So, yes.
what made me like. I mean, I used to still think when I used to work, I had people working under me left and set up their businesses much before me, and they're well established now in the market and in all the places. It's because they had that conviction, they had that strength to take up the decision. And for me, I was comfortable, happy, and wanted to just be like that. So comfort and growth cannot be together. So you need to shell out, you need to actually fall and then raise. That is when the actual success is. Everything cannot be a cakewalk.
Correct, correct, correct. So, there are some people who are still thinking that should I postpone business setup in this situation, or should I go ahead? So, what would be your answer in that?
Again, to
situation?
answer your question on this, I would completely sit and brainstorm with them, understand what business they want to set up. If someone who is setting up as an solopreneur, where it's their skill they want to sell, their learnings, their teachings, what they want to sell, there's no time, there's no good market or bad market for you. It's
Correct.
because it's you who are selling things and it's your knowledge which you're selling, so there's no good or bad times for it. But yes, if you say that you are getting into a tourism business, or if you're getting into some shipping
Right.
line of business, then yes,
There is
we
a-
do
yeah.
say the clients that take 1 or 2 months time,
Correct.
see how the market is responding, and then, because
then you can take
again,
a
whatever the aids provided, whatever discounts provided, you should still see whether are you filled with that capital where you can sustain the first 3 months or first 6 months of the business without even a single deal getting closed.
Yes.
If you are sitting with that cash flow and that capital, then yes. But then if you're not sitting with that huge funding or huge investments, if it's into affected industries, take a break,
Yes.
see how the situation works for you.
Yes.
But if someone is a solopreneur and want to try it on their services and which are completely relying on their skill set, there's nothing to wait.
Okay, great. So in this uncertain situation, how can Eden CSP help to stabilize their business if somebody is coming and opening up or setting up business with Eden CSP?
Yeah. So here I would again, what I would want to emphasize is Eden Council provides you the support in terms of the setting up of businesses. As I mentioned earlier, we don't support in terms of your running of your business.
Yes.
But yes, when you come into us to think of setting up businesses here in the UAE, we obviously guide you and give you all the possible options. We sit and brainstorm it with you. So
Correct.
I have never set up a single company till date in all my 12 plus years of experience. I've never set up a single company where client coming and saying, just set up my license here.
Correct.
I understand, okay, I at the end maybe I will set up the license there for him. But we need to understand whether setting up there is actually making any use for you or not. So we do sit with client, discuss on these things. In this tough times, obviously we are there to help each other, support each other and everything. So obviously as we are not heavily priced in terms of our consulting fee, we charge no consultation fees, we charge zero consultation fees for our time.
Great.
What we only charge is once the client onboards, we only charge the execution fee as such. So the brainstorming session is anyways free with us. So come brainstorm your idea with us and see whether this idea can be turned into a bigger business,
Right.
because it's of no cost. I mean, when I say and this is the market practice, unless and until they are bigger brands, they have a consultation fee, if I'm not wrong. But many of it's been a market practice that we don't charge a fee. But
Correct.
then even though it is free, you need to understand where the value is and where the experience and expertise is.
True.
So I come with that experience and expertise. So trust on that and just have your brainstorm session with me, and then maybe tomorrow you would be the unicorn.
Yes, definitely. That's true. So, good consultation is always a key to move ahead towards the better direction.
Yeah, I would
In
rather
your
term it as
entrepreneur
right consultant. I would rather term it as like that,
Right
because see, it is at right time, what right advice you need is something a consultant does to you.
True.
So a right consultant, you can just I have clients who just onboard me on an annual retainer services, no matter what they want to do in UAE, even though they want to rent up an apartment, just for whatever it is for their stay here and things, they still say, Sowmya, can you find someone who can help me? Then as we are in certain networking groups and things like that, that's how we pass on the leads
True.
take it.
True.
So we should be able to give that comfort to the client that in this region, whatever they want, you are the person whom they look up to, and that's where you have won the client.
True. Extremely. Okay. So, now despite all these regional challenges, still UAE remains a major, a commercial hub for people. Still, people are getting attracted towards it, and because of its strategic location and friendly framework, which they are, offering to the expats. So, despite all these global adversities, why do people still want to, start business or doing business in Dubai?
Yeah, I'll pull out the answer from your question itself. You have rightly said that it's strategically been
Yes.
placed. So the
Yes.
location is so convenient for people
Yes.
from east and west and north and south. It's so centrally located. That's the reason it's called Middle East.
Correct.
So, it's centrally located globally. The time zones are most easy to catch
Convenient.
up
Correct.
from here. So that's one reason. And obviously, Dubai is known for its tax benefits, which it provides.
Yes, yes.
Even till date, the income tax on a personal income tax is still zero here.
Yeah.
So that's another reason where I continue to stay in the UAE in spite of being worked in the UK. So that's the advantage which I want to take up.
Yeah.
And business wise, yes, it's just been a couple of years. We have started on the corporate tax, and we are up with all the regulations of the taxation policies around the globe. But the percentage is just 9%. Compare it with other countries where
Yes,
you
it
pay
is very high.
35 to 60%
Yes,
in
yes,
some
very
places.
high,
It's
very
still marginal in terms of your
It's very, very
this thing,
like lowest.
so yeah, so when that is the benefit what someone provide, I do earlier we used to call Dubai as a tax heaven, but it's still a tax heaven, man. Come on, 9% of your profits towards the taxes, which is again being used in developing the infrastructure for you, positioning its marketplace at one of the highs in the world.
Correct.
So it's obviously it's a glamorous world, Dubai is glamorous city. It is the infrastructure speaks for itself. We don't need to point out at that. When you are getting that world class life over here,
Correct.
then shelling
All
9% of it is nothing. And still, as an entrepreneur, whatever salary you draw or whatever the income you draw as a thing, or the staff who work with me, whatever salaries we pay to them, they don't pay any taxes. So
True.
how do the country support them? So that's how it has been. And that way, these are the major two reasons for why people cling on to this country. I mean, I never thought that I would stay in this country for more than 4 years or 5 years. And see, today here I am almost 13 years in this country. So
True,
yeah.
True. And that is the reason that always with every opposite situation or challenges, Dubai always bounced back.
Oh yeah,
Always,
very
because
much.
of these
Very much.
these
I mean,
framework
I
and
used
all.
to always tell my client when someone asks me, if anyone asks me, oh, the situation is, I mean, even the last recent situation, I mean, we get calls from my parents or someone telling that, oh, why don't you come back?
Correct.
We see people coming back. I said, no,
We
this
also
is my
receive these
home.
yeah.
If tomorrow this happens in somewhere else,
True,
you
true,
would not
true,
go
true,
out, right? That's your home. This is my home. So
Yes.
we don't go or we don't run away from the
Same, I discussed
situation.
with my relatives and even my friends there back in India, even my parents also. I told the same thing, that when we are coming here to chase our dreams, when we got so much from here, then when there are situations like that, why should we run
True.
from
And
here?
I mean, see, all the measures have been taken. The alerts which you have
Everyone,
got,
yeah,
the
yeah,
school
everything is
support,
being
the
taken care.
government support, everything has been
Everything
there.
is there.
When everything is there, what is the point in going somewhere? And when you call it a home for the last 13 years,
It is a
tomorrow if
home,
it
yeah.
happens in other place wherever you have moved,
Yes,
then
then
where
what will
next?
you do? Yeah, what will
So
you do?
then yeah, just face it and embrace it, and that's it.
Correct. Now, in terms of audience, I'm asking, if someone is having 15 to 20k dirham with him, with a dream, so realistically, how he can come and set up the business?
See, if you're looking at the compliance aspect of it, yes, 15 to 20,000 is more than enough for someone to set up their business and be up and running with their license and things like that. But then, if someone is with a dream of establishing something as a brand, you call it, or something, then you need a capital. But then if you want to be a solopreneur and want to sell your skill set, or even into smaller business, small scale business, like you want to run an e-commerce business, or you want to be a platform where people meet up and
Correct.
work something. For all these kind of, there are certain segments of business. I don't say that every industry can survive with this 15 to 20,000 dirhams of cash in hand, but there are certain industries or certain businesses who can start up with that,
And
and
then
then
they can
out of
scale
the
it.
revenue they generate in the same business, they can put the same revenue back into the business and then make it a brand. But someone who's coming with this kind of capital, only one suggestion I have for them is, it is a process. Trust the process. Time will give the answer for the same. You can't put 15,000 today and expect 30,000 the very next month.
Nothing. It can't be
And
possible.
whatever you earn out of this business, you need to put back again in the business, same business, for it to become a brand and earn for you later on.
For me, I think when you are spending on your business, when you are setting up your business, just forget about earning anything till 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, true.
2 3 years you are not earning anything from your business. You are just rotating that money.
Yeah, but
after 2 3 years, when you will stabilize yourself, then you will get
one suggestion what I would say for any business owner who is starting up here is, even if you're starting with a low capital, whatever it is, have a habit of drawing a salary.
Yeah,
Even
true.
though it is a smaller amount,
Very small, yeah.
have a habit of drawing a salary, because that is what gives you the encouragement to work for your own business.
True.
Because at the end of the day, you're working somewhere, you get paid, right? Even though, no matter if you have to put back the salary back into the business,
That's also
that's
okay.
absolutely fine. But have the habit of drawing a salary, because that would set the example when you grow. When the business has grown and it is making so much money for you, but when you have your own salary drawn, you will get into that financial discipline of
True.
finances of the
That's
business.
true.
So what is my money and what is business money is what you need to know. Everything what is there in your corporate account balance is not yours.
Let me confess now at this point that I have started this recently.
True.
Like all these 2 3 4 years I was not doing that. Recently, like 4 or 5 months back only I started this, and
Yeah.
now I'm feeling very good.
Yeah, that keep it a habit, and
Yeah.
most of them don't do it. Even now
Yeah.
I'm telling, most of the solopreneurs especially
Yes.
don't do it, because for them initially they have so much strength, stamina in them, they want to put everything into the business
Yes.
and make it. And the misconception there is, whatever is there in my company bank balance is my balance.
Correct.
That's what
It
they're
was mine. It
yeah,
was mine.
it is. See, eventually it is yours, but your company has its own expenses, right?
Right.
There is license to be renewed. There are
So many
softwares which you buy.
Yes, to
There are
your
so
team
many
also
things
you have
you
to
need to
give
do.
salary.
Someone work for you. You need to pay to them. So where will you allocate all these things if you think that the corporate balance is your balance?
I was thinking the same thing, that this
So
is my balance.
that's
And
the
yeah.
advice which I give to any solopreneur. Like, even now, me and my husband are together in the business. Both of us draw our salary, which means in return both of us do all our expenses of our running the home, the child, everything.
True.
We
It is
draw
very
it as one
necessary.
amount in the beginning of the month, put our expenses, and at the end of the month sit with whatever left out in your own personal this thing. Only at the end of the year have the habit of reconciling your accounts and identifying your profits.
True.
But have that financial discipline, that will make you stay for ages in the market.
Now moving forward, we are going to close very soon this session, but before that, it is my favorite section, which is rapid fire round.
Oh, okay.
So we will do it. So you have to answer in one word only. So the first question is, most common client phrase.
Oh, it's rapid fire, I know, but yeah, can it be done urgently?
Huh? Okay, this is the common phrase.
I
which
come
client-
today, can I get my Emirates ID tomorrow?
Okay.
So,
They
yeah.
want everything very quick. Okay. Biggest business myth.
It's not easy. Myth is everyone think that it's easy, but it's not
It's
easy.
not easy. True. Everyone is thinking that when they see any entrepreneur, that wow, they are, they are doing so good and they are
Oh
living
yeah.
very, lavish life and all. But
Yeah,
but
but
as
that
an
comes with,
entrepreneur, they know that
yeah, I
what they are
mean,
going through.
I have seen that. I have seen it in my own families, thinking that okay, they are there, and but that needs so much of discipline and so much
True.
of, or so many things you need to forgive. Like, I mean, like I'm an only daughter. My parents are there in India alone, and they keep coming once a year. But there's so much of sacrifice also what we do in having such lives. There's discipline and sacrifice equally.
Yes.
So yeah, as I said, it's not easy. Being
Correct.
an entrepreneur is not an
Is
easy
not easy.
task.
Correct. Most underrated industry.
Ah, I guess nowadays, I guess, I mean, I can take up your industry as marketing services, because people have this misconception of AI can do everything.
Thank you. Yes.
So yeah, I mean, for me, I don't.
Yes.
I mean, see, yes, AI is saving time and helping you in,
It is a tool. It is a tool
yeah,
which is
helping you
helping
in this.
marketing industry,
But yeah, I guess this is an underrated, especially in the current scenario or current times. What I see,
Yes.
people think that AI can do everything, but
Yes,
I mean,
but
I
it
have
is a-
still not have my hands-on practice on it, so I'm not
No,
so.
AI cannot do any everything, but it is a helping tool. Like when the calculator was invented, when the computer was invented, people were saying the same thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it
true,
is
true.
just a tool
It's
to
just
help you.
simplifying your process,
Yes, yes,
but you
that's it.
still need a human intervention
Always.
in terms of your thought process.
Always.
Because to AI also, only if you give it a right prompt,
Yes.
that's giving you an answer.
Yes, and
Now, who
that's
is the
all from
person
your
giving
mind.
the prompt?
Yes.
That's a person, right?
Yes, yes.
Eventually.
And
So I guess
if you are
yes,
saying
that's
about marketing, I would say one more thing, that people in these situation, people are thinking to cut off the price for marketing.
True.
Being a marketer, I am not saying to get business, but it is a reality. If you want to be visible in the market, if you want that, yes, after this situation we will come up with good thing, you have to visible in market.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
people who are cutting cost in marketing, actually they are ruining their things which they have already done.
Yeah, maybe
So-
you can. I mean, I can just add on, because I understand the pain point of the entrepreneur spending into the marketing
Yeah.
also. Maybe you can lower your budgets, but
Yes.
don't completely cut down.
Don't cut down.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
visibility
you will
is
not
much.
be visible.
Yeah.
And maybe your competitor is understanding this thing, and that person is
Yeah.
visible. Then what
Fastest
will
fingers
happen?
first.
Yes, what will happen when the market will come up? You will not be visible. That person will be
True,
visible,
true,
and people
absolutely
will
true.
absolutely run behind that
Absolutely,
person.
absolutely.
So now,
So I get a brownie point from you now.
yeah, yes, coffee count per day.
As
you
I
told,
said,
yeah,
I'm not a
your
coffee person,
tea
but
count.
still, it's just one or max two.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not that addictive for those things. But yeah, if you ask my husband, he say every 1 or 2 hours. But then yeah, 1 or 2 for me.
Okay. One thing people Google too much.
You're asking it in my specific industry.
Yes, yes.
In my industry is. What is the cheapest license, or where is the cheapest license?
You can use this keyword then.
Yeah, and that's highly priced.
Yeah. One thing entrepreneurs overthink.
Again, overthinking of the uncertainties, but not trusting in their processes and policies.
True. Okay, Dubai in one word. One word.
Opportunity.
Yes. Future of UAE.
Oh, it is a global hub.
Yes.
Global hub.
Always will be. Okay. So Soumya, it was a very nice session with you, and I hope we have covered all the points which we wanted to convey to our audience. Like I would like to say here that when you are you are coming and setting up any business, just contact to the right consultant who is having all the knowledge about the business setup from starting to end, and then you will land up with very good business setup. So here Sowmya is with Eden CSP. She is there to help you in each and every point and each and every direction. I will drop her mail ID and website address in under this video. You can go and check out her. And yes, welcome to Dubai.
Thank you, Anu. Thank you for having me here today. It was indeed a refreshing session with you, having both personal and professional chit chat session, as such, we can call it. But otherwise, yes, as we had covered many of the points in the session today, do reach out to me if you have any doubts or any queries or any ideas in your mind, but you are finding somewhere it's having a break in your mind that whether it will work out for me or whether it will not work out for me. And trust me, I have gone through the same process, so I can be in your shoes and help you in identifying what is the right or where is the right position for you in terms of your ideas or thought process. Do reach out to me for any requirements in terms of business setup services or corporate services here in the UAE. This is Sowmya signing off from Eden Council, corporate service provider. Thank you.
Thank you, Sowmya. Thank you for being the guest. Thank you.
Thank you.